Hello everyone, I'm Meera Shah. I'm an audiologist, speech therapist, and a counselor. Welcome to the series Better Communication and Better Connections. In this video, we are going to talk about the skill called waiting. This video will break down into three parts. First, general observations. Second, when and how to wait. And third, why is waiting important? Coming to the first part, general observations. I'll be sharing very common examples that we see in our clinical situation. Consider a parent coming with their child for the first time in our clinic. We take time to build rapport with the child. We do a bit of free play. Then just imagine we ask a question, what do you like to play? And if the child does not respond immediately, the child will look at the parent and the parent will immediately intervene. They'll either answer for the child or they will try to help the child by asking questions. What is it that you keep on playing with your brother all day long? Probably the child will still not respond and they'll give another hint. What is it that you throw and your brother hits and then you keep taking turns? Expecting that the child will say that I like to play cricket or I like playing bat ball. Considering that it is a clinical situation, the child is new and it's parents' responsibility to get the child going. But even when we look at some of the home videos, we get to see that parents do engage with the child. They ask questions, but if the child does not respond immediately, they will rescue immediately or they'll keep on hinting immediately. What they'll miss is waiting. In today's day and age, forget kids, even we adults, our attention span has become as big as shorts and reels. Our patience levels are going down day by day, and what we also look for is instant gratification. It is important for us to use the skill of waiting, of course, when we are communicating with the child, but also in other scenarios, because the child is learning from us, observing us all throughout the day. In the clinical situations, quite often we experience that the parents are coming for the initial evaluation session and they will ask us, ma'am, please tell us one thing that I can do and that will make my child speaking. Or sometimes in the follow-up sessions, when we are engaging with the child, a parent who is sitting next to the child is engaged in their phone, not always doing the urgent work. So these are little instances in the clinical situations which we have to kind of intervene and tell the parent, please keep your phone aside. If we genuinely want to work on this and improve our waiting skills, it will be a good idea to sit and reflect and take stock of our daily routine where we are knowingly or unknowingly missing waiting. Now let's come to the part when and how to wait. Let's start with an example. Let's say if it is a child who has just started speaking and we are throwing a question, what is it that you want to play today? We wait. If the child responds, if the child does not respond, then we give options. Let's see what all do we have today. We have puzzles, we have blocks, and we have ball. If the child is going towards the ball, then again we wait, see that if the child is speaking. If not, we can again encourage, oh, so you want to play with the... So again we pause, hoping that the child will say. If not, then, oh, you want to play with the ball. If the child is not repeating, then in that part, we say it 2 to 3 times in a fun way. Oh, so you're playing with the ball. Ball. Let's throw the ball. Waiting can be just for a few seconds, couple of seconds, but that time of waiting is very important. So let's try and understand the flow of conversation. When we engage with the child, we talk about the things of here and now. We talk about those things and we can ask questions about it. Once we ask question, the important thing is waiting. If the child responds, encourage the child and probably follow it up with another question, and after the question again wait. If the child does not respond in the first place, we can give options. Giving options is a very good way in which we can encourage the child to repeat and pick up expressive language. In giving options, we are not directly giving away the answer, but we are giving options so that the child can think and then speak. So if the child does not respond even after giving options, then we can say for the child. Here, instead of saying say, what we can rather do is we can repeat the targeted option and say it 2 to 3 times in a slow, fun way, maintaining the eye contact, taking pauses, and giving some non-verbal cues, suggesting that I am saying it, now you say. And we are doing so without any pressure. This is a very good way, especially for a non-verbal child, to start eliciting language, expressive language. So this is the general flow which can be helpful for any child at any level, whether the child is non-verbal and starting to speak, whether the child is at one word level and now moving to 2 to 3 word phrases, or if it is an older child who is learning abstract or difficult concepts. It can be helpful for all. Coming to the third part of the video, importance of waiting. We'll understand the importance of waiting from different viewpoints. The first being the functional viewpoint. If we consider speech processing, it can be a very challenging thing for a lot of population, may it be kids or adults who have autism, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or learning disabilities, or hearing impairment, or neurocommunication disorders like post-stroke language deficits, or Parkinson's disease, old age, or in general, normal, typical individuals who have a slower rate of processing the input. For such populations, slowing down the pace of communication and waiting can be a very simple and effective strategy for better communication. Slowing down and waiting gives them time to understand the question, formulate the response, and to execute that response. Understanding the importance of waiting from a psychological viewpoint, by waiting and letting the child to attempt to respond, we show them that we trust in their potential and we have faith in them. On the contrary, when we don't wait, it could be for whatever reason. Either it could be genuine time constraints, or it could be we have our level of perfection and we want only that kind of response, or it could be we just assume that the child will not be able to respond, or it could be just parents' own basic nature to rush things up. Whatever may be the reason, but if on a routine basis we miss waiting, we are unintentionally sending this signal to the child that, am I enough? Can I do that? Is it possible for me? Through these daily ongoing interactions, child builds a script in his head, kind of a belief system about himself which is of doubt. This belief system is the one on which the child is going to rely for long years, even in his adulthood. Just for a second, if we look at our own life, there are so many aspirations, so many dreams that sometimes we let go of because of our self-limiting beliefs, our self-doubts. These are the ones which stop us from reaching our highest potential. From where does these doubts come from? It is the little experiences in our childhood that put that seed of doubt in our head. So now, as a parent, we have an option. Which seed do we sow? The one which has the self-image of, am I enough? Or the one, I am enough? Waiting is that one skill which will help us flip that script, Coming to the spiritual viewpoint, patience is a virtue which our kids on a moment by moment basis give us an opportunity to practice. Especially when we are dealing with special kids, we get to practice the art of being completely emotionally available while being non attached to the outcome. This is a very tricky thing to do because this requires us to go beyond our own expectations and our ego and practice true unconditional love. Our kids give us lots of opportunities to practice this, but it is on us whether we make use of it or no. So coming to the end of video, waiting is a skill that we can develop on. It may not work immediately and give us instant result, but when we practice it consistently, it will surely give us those surprise moments someday. So let's be more mindful and use waiting as a skill in our day-to-day interactions. Just as a reminder, in the earlier videos we talked about the skills engaging and asking, and in the next video we'll talk about another skill. Till then, stay tuned and let's be in tune. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to be notified for further videos, please press the bell icon.